beautiful people, welcome back. We are going to be doing a clearing on the fear of letting go. I realised that blocks to letting go I've already done in one of the somewhere in the SRT playlist, so do check it out. But I will do the fear of letting go because a lot of us cling on to these programs because of this subconscious fear at a deeper level to letting go. So let's work on that today. So make sure you're 100% open to receiving healing, and let's get started, shall we? All right. So let's see the fear of letting go. Positive 0, negative 100 in terms of consciousness, incarnational level. Can I just say here, many of you bought the books. Brilliant. Robert Detzler. It's Robert Detzler's system. All the details of his books are in the description. I don't teach this. There are plenty of teachers worldwide out there. And you can contact the sra.org, I think it is, in America, if you want to learn this, or details, again, all the descriptions there, or my colleague, who's a lovely lady, Malabika Shaw, she also teaches it, and she teaches it online as well if you want to learn. But there are wonderful teachers all over the world. So let's have a look at where we're going first. I'm going to ask High Self Team to clear the bulk of the programs as much as we can, clear without having to research them, for the fear of letting go, up to 100 positive, down to 0 negative, because that's how the system works. And we want to go all the way up to Radiant Love New Paradigm level of consciousness. So let's get those programs cleared away. So we only have to do some bits of research. The bulk of the clearing is done by the teams at this stage and also at the mop-up stage. And this is just like a taster clearing. This is like a mini clearing, a group clearing. As some people will tell you in the personal clearings, they can be incredibly accurate, incredibly so, without me knowing anything that's going on. The right sort of things come up, and which confirms a lot of stuff. It's not just useful in terms of clearing stuff, it's also very educational as well, because you get to understand a little bit more about what's running under the surface and why you've been behaving the way you've been behaving, or feeling the way you've been feeling. It's quite enlightening, really. It's good for your understanding to see what's been going on as well, what programs have been running. Thank you to 2 people sent me charts. Thank you so much. I do have the original list of the charts, but it's on my old PC that I can't access. There's problems with it at the moment. I can't get to a printer with it. And 2 people very, very kindly sent me the charts, who are trained in SRT themselves. So thank you. I haven't put them all in yet. I've changed 1 or 2 of the plastic sleeves, but so they're still a bit grubby. I'm sorry, but it's the clearing that's important. So let's get on with it. Stop chatting, Caroline. 6A, master programs. So we're looking at the fear of letting go. What's running? Outside left. Yeah, it's frustration. Inside left, abandonment, of course, failure. Okay, and I'm assuming, do they have other lifetime roots? They do. We're just going to clear them all. We're going to ask that all master programs, all discordant energy, and any imprints of frustration, abandonment, and failure is cleared and removed from your energy bodies, all your energy bodies, across all time, space, and dimension, inside and outside of time, for your highest good. And I do hope this finds you all well. Okay, where are we going? We're still on 6A. It won't ever let me move on until we've cleared what we need to clear on these charts. Addictions is coming up. Yeah, addiction's very much codependency, isn't it? It's filling a void. Betrayal, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't want to let go because I don't want the same thing to happen to me again. You know, it's that kind of thought process. Other lifetime roots, yeah, let's clear all master programs, discordant energy, and all imprints of betrayal and addictions from you. Clearing and removing from all energy bodies across all time, space, and dimension, inside, outside of time. I don't need to keep saying those things, but I often do just to reinforce it, especially when I'm doing my personal clearings. I make sure that no stone is left unturned wherever I can. I have to say, I woke up this morning feeling great. Such a lovely feeling, isn't it? When you've had just the right amount of sleep, you're feeling good in yourself, you're having a lovely day, which I am. I had a lovely client this morning to work with on a one-to-one. She's just lovely. Oh, it's just nice, isn't it, when you have a lovely day like that? I hope you're having a lovely day. Okay, let's see. Where else? We got more. What else we got coming out there? Is that 5 or 6? Chart 5. We're going back to chart 5, which is blocks and interference. Discarnates in possession. I'm not going to ask how many. I'm just going to ask that all the discarnates in possession are cleared and removed from all of your energy bodies. As we're not going through the energy bodies individually in the group clearing, I'm just going to ask that the teams do that for you. Again, for your highest good. Oh, here's something that my mind's just been drawn to in the book. Hidden glands. There are 2 hidden glands. The first is in the limbic system and is the seat of spirit. And the second is behind the liver. It is the seat of the soul and is called the regenerative gland. Yeah. I knew about the regenerative gland, but I'd forgotten about the one in the limbic system. And one of the elements connected to master programs, which High Self automatically clears, is a hidden agenda. That's interesting, isn't it? And funnily enough, on the client session I had this morning, there's a lot of hidden programs that are coming up. And I can feel it when I work one-to-one with clients. I can feel into their energy, and I can feel if something is still there and they're saying, no, it's cleared, no, it's not there. And I can just feel it. I've been doing this long enough to know, and many of you will be the same, of course. You can just know that something's not quite in alignment. Sure enough, there were hidden programs there. So always check for hidden. If you're someone that dowses or you're someone that works in a one-to-one session with clients, always check for hidden programs, because the mind is very good at hiding things away that it doesn't want you to go near. And I find this comes up quite frequently. We're back to 6A, which is master programs again, which is interesting. What are we clearing this time? Outside left. Hate of life. Yeah, okay. Does it have other lifetime roots? So let's clear all master programs, all discordant energy, and I want to say all imprints of hate of life as well. I've only started saying all imprints recently. I've been inspired to say that recently as well. So we're removing a lot of these imprints that have been, we've taken on, put into our energy systems, so that we get the feelings and the sensations as if we've already lived those experiences. We don't want these imprints really anymore. We want to move forward into a place of joy and enthusiasm and involvement. And 14, pre-fall of consciousness, creating the illusion. We have a misuse of energy in creating. Conscious mind programs type 1, let's clear those away. Here's something else on this chart. Misuse of energy in creating is still not cleared. Let's clear the legacy levels. Okay, good. (16) is the fall of consciousness. Separation from one. That's come up a lot recently. Let's clear all belief of being separate from one, all separation from one. Comes up a lot with grief and abandonment as well, and it comes up a lot in the I am level. See if there's anything official on it. Nothing officially written on it. There's a separation from God, which is much the same, I feel. So separation is a belief that was established when the soul partook of the forbidden tree and incarnated. We can never be separated, of course not. As in God, we live and move and have our very being. The only separation is when we are out of love, or that's the illusion. We believe we're out of love. We are like the drop of water in the ocean that would evaporate if it was separated from its source. If we were separated from God, we would simply not exist. Exactly. It's just the illusion. There is transformation and change, but never separation. Never separation from one, never separation from God. But there is the illusion. And of course, when we hold on to grief, we believe that we're separate from it. There's a lack of acceptance there, or a separation of some kind there. We're not accepting it at some level when we hold on to grief. Of course, we can be sad and we can miss that person and have moments of missing them, and that's fine. But when we get stuck in grief, then we're stuck in separation. We're not in that process, not in that place of acceptance. And what happens with grief is that it stacks. So we might suddenly experience huge grief for maybe the loss of someone that we knew, and don't understand why we're experiencing so much grief, but it's because of all the other grief that's stacked up and not been fully processed and integrated before that person passed on, or pet as well. And when we start stripping away those layers of unintegrated grief, that sadness that we haven't processed, we haven't accepted, then you'll find that when it comes to the next passing, you grieve normally because you miss them, and then you feel the sense of joy afterwards. You feel the sense of connection afterwards. You don't have all the years and years of suppressed grief and sadness from not fully processing that not fully accepting that loss in the beginning. So it's grief is behind a lot of stuff as well, I have to tell you. So separation is there a lot. Anyway, these are learning blocks at spirit level. And we have a block to oneness with God, spirit is the goal. So we're just going to clear that away from you. So it's worth self-muscle testing. If you're grieving somebody and you can't quite let go, firstly, are you accepting that they've passed? And if you're not accepting it, why are you not accepting it? So there's going to be some kind of block to acceptance there. And I'd also look at any guilt or blame or shame that you're holding on to as well. What are you blaming yourself for? You know, I could have done more. I should have done more. Says who? We don't have any control over who passes and when they pass, and how they pass. We have zero control over that. So that's not up to us. That's up to spirit. And that's agreed before any of us come here. It's determined how we're going to pass, when we're going to pass. That's spirit. That's not up to us. We can't save people. We can do our very best for them, and there's a learning and an experience in that for the soul. But we're not here to prevent them, to save them, or anything like that. You know, if you're still attached to someone that's passed and you're blaming yourself because you could have done more, you wouldn't have had any control over it. It's something the soul wanted to experience, and if you still can't let go, see, it's all tying in with this. If you still can't let go, the question is, why are you holding on to it? What is it that's running within you that you're not letting go of? You know, why are you blaming yourself there? Why are you punishing yourself there? Lots of questions, introspection to ask. It might be very interesting what comes up in your mind. So we want to guarantee that everything is cleared. So let's seek that. So the fear of letting go is always a codependency there at some level. Why am I afraid to let go? What happens if I let go? What will happen if I let go? Is it serving me to keep hold of the fear of letting go? Am I learning from it? Is there a spiritual lesson in it? Am I holding on to hidden programs that are preventing me from letting go? Is there a hidden benefit for me holding on to the fear of letting go? Is it stopping me from living life fully? What happens if I live life fully, or what's happened before? Things to ask yourself there, so that you go within and find out what programs are running. And it may not be an experience you've had in this life, it may be from another lifetime, but more than likely it's ancestral and it's just in your genetic DNA. And you don't know where it's come from, but it's there. But you don't have to hold on to it. This is where we can let it go. Okay, are we ready for mop up? Let's just do a quick mop up then, where the bulk of the clearing takes place by your teams on the other side of life using their 200 plus charts. I'm not going into any huge questioning or anything with this. I'm just going just a little clearing to help you along. And obviously if you want to buy a package from me, all the details are on the details bit. So what you would do, you'd purchase the SRT package via my website, and then email me. innertransformation3@gmail.com is probably the best one to get me on, or on the contact form on my website after you've purchased a package, and then allow 7 working days for it to be done and details sent to you. There's a frequently asked questions thing on my website under work with me, under the SRT package, if you have any particular questions, when it would be done, what information I need, and so on. Oh, that's my hand got in the way there. Anything else to clear? No. Are we done? Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay, so let's see where it's at now. The fear of letting go. 100 positive, 0 negative. And we're at radiant love, new paradigm level. Fantastic. So as I always say, drink plenty of water. Don't do more than 2 of these a day. If possible, do 1 or 2 a day and then leave 2 or 3 days in between. You've got to allow the old neural pathways to fall away. Otherwise, it's almost futile doing clearings after clearings after clearings every single day. It's just, you're not allowing the time for the integration to take place. And the thing is, you're not allowing yourself to go to a deeper level of clearing either if you do that. Because you've got to allow the old to fall away, and then you'll find then if you go to the next clearing, you might well go at a deeper level as a result of that. Any questions, don't hesitate to drop them down in the comments. If you want to work with me, again, contact me by email, and go on my website for details, and I'll see you again on the next clearing. Lots of love to you all.